to say I've been caked by Steve Aoki.
Okay.
Wait, but don't go hard. Okay. What is up, Much Music? Today we got something special for you. Georgia here with a guy who doesn't even need an introduction, Mr. Steve Aoki, one of the world's most famous DJs. How are you today?
I'm good, good.
Good? Okay, well, it's such a pleasure to have you. I'm so excited. I've been excited all day. We got a little setup here.
Nice.
We know your signature thing is cakes. We got some toppings here, some sprinkles, gummy bears, sugar, and our icing. So honestly, I'm ready to start when you are.
All right. Are you an expert at this? Or?
Oh, I'm not. This is, I think, the first time I'm doing this.
What are you drawing anyways?
Honestly, it's my birthday in a couple days, so I'm thinking I'm gonna make a birthday cake.
Okay.
I wanna know, everyone knows the name Steve Aoki, but who is Steve Aoki? What are you all about?
Right now, I'm all about trying to not do a shit job at making this cake design.
Okay, Steve Aoki.
Because I'm known as a cake guy, so I
that's
should.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you making your logo?
I was gonna do the logo, but I want to try to do this hero character.
Okay, so
you
we
know?
got it. We got it for reference right here on the
Yeah,
pants.
so I'm gonna try to do his face.
So listen, you're going on stage right after this interview. What are some misconceptions that you think people have about DJing? And a lot of people kind of think, you know, DJs go up there and they kind of just party it up. They just play the music. But you tell me, be honest. Be honest. Are you up there? Do you click a button or do you kind of just? How does it go?
Well, there is a lot of buttons that you're smashing and
yeah.
twisting. That's 100%. That's very true. But when people make their own preconceived notions, the one thing I like to say is just try it yourself.
I've tried. My
Just do
friend
it
is trying to
yourself.
become a DJ. It's hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have any notions about it, if you have any judgments, it's actually really fun. It looks daunting when you see all that, like the flashing lights and the buttons, and you don't know what's what, and it could look intimidating. But same with guitar frets and strings and all that stuff. It all looks intimidating until you pick it up and you try it.
You use, obviously, your real name, but if you were to pick a stage name, a name that isn't your real name, what would you go by on stage?
I wouldn't give that away.
No?
No.
Can you tell me in my ear?
It's not necessarily about DJing, it's about building a brand.
Yep.
And when you create a name, that's a really important part of your brand. And that's what I've been doing since I was a teenager, is building brands, whether it's a record label, whether it's my career as a producer or a DJ, or my clothing line.
Yep.
You know, like, there's a story to everything I'm doing, so it's like sacred to me. You know?
Okay, so he has a secret.
So if I was to have another name, I'd probably use it for something.
Okay.
Because I liked it that much. So
fair enough.
If I give it to you,
then I'll steal it.
Then you could use it. And I'll be like, I can't use it anymore.
I wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't do that. How's your cake so far?
I mean, it's there. It's like people get the idea. This is hero, clearly.
How's mine?
Yours looks like a traditional cake you'd buy at a supermarket.
So you're saying let's go crazier?
No, it's cool. I mean, it's like you can sell that cake. This one I can't. This is what I'm stuck with this one. No one's gonna eat this cake.
Trust me, you can sell that. Steve Aoki made this cake. You can sell that. What is still on your bucket list these days? I feel you've done a lot of things in your life, but what is still unchecked off Steve Aoki's bucket list?
I would love to go to the moon.
Same.
Yeah, I would love to go to space.
Yeah.
So we'll see if
the fact that this is the last thing you have left on your bucket list, it's crazy. This guy just needs to go to space and he's done.
I got the invitation, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, that's real, but like being in that starship and actually going into space and going up around the moon, even though the invitation's real, it's still like it doesn't feel real. I'm excited for that opportunity to
arise.
Yeah.
What would you be if you weren't a DJ, Steve Aoki?
An astronaut.
There you go. Why do I even have to ask? What are your thoughts on Toronto? You've been here multiple times.
Toronto is one of my favorite cities for my shows. I've been playing in Toronto since the 2000s.
Love it.
You know?
Comes from a guy who's the most traveled musician. So
I just like, when I think of okay, so Canada has a very healthy electronic scene. It's always been, I would say, guiding electronic scene for a long time in the United States too. Canada's always, I feel like there's a little bit ahead with like just being educated with whatever it is. Like the culture here is really thick and healthy.
I love that. I love to hear that.
So whenever I come here, like I have a level of expectation, which I don't like to do. I never like to do anything.
Because you don't want to get let down.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I hate expectation, but it's been so consistent for me here. I know my fans will like turn up and.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll
Toronto's going to turn up. I can even hear them in the
crazy,
background right now. You're going on stage, but we can hear the party's already getting started.
Yeah, and Rebel's a great club. It's like, room is incredible. I love this room.
Okay, let's talk about the cakes, not these ones, but I just want to get into the whole, caking is your signature thing. You literally launch cake in people's faces at shows and they go feral for it. Like, people are like, cake me. So how did this start?
Actually, it started inspired by a Canadian artist.
Who?
Someone from Toronto.
Okay, who's that artist?
He didn't actually answer my call today, so I'm a little bit upset with him.
Oh, so you don't want to say who it is?
No, I'll tell you what it is. So there's an artist on my label. I have a label called Dimmock Records. So I've been running for 20.
Yep. Since you were 19?
Yeah, since I was 19.
There you go.
In 2011, we released all his records on Dimmock in like the early 2010s. And in 2011, they made a record that became viral because of their music video.
Okay.
And the music video were these cakes exploding in people's faces in slow motion, high def, beautifully shot.
Slow-mo.
It was just gorgeous. So like someone would blow the cake out and boom, the cake would explode.
Colors.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, I'm gonna do exactly what that video is doing. I'm gonna get a cake from a bakery, I'm gonna cake someone while I'm playing the song, hoping that people make that connection and think it's cool.
Yeah.
And the artist's name is Autoerotic.
Okay.
They don't really perform anymore, unfortunately, but they still do other stuff. So like,
Sick.
shout out Autoerotic for
Shout out
for that
Shout out for the
incredible
grand
video.
idea.
It's literally the moment where the entire place stops and watches and celebrates.
Yep.
It is literally the touchdown. It is
That's
literally
a
that
perfect
Hail
way to
Mary
put it.
touchdown like catch. Everyone's celebrating. The person that catches the touchdown celebrating.
Yep.
And like the person that accepts the cake, embraces the cake, is celebrating. So it's just a moment that everyone's
united.
really all together.
Yeah,
It's
a
incredible.
connection.
Yeah, it really is.
So how many years have you been doing this?
Yeah, since 2011.
If I do my math right, that's a lot of cakes.
200 shows minimum a year, about 10 cakes a show.
Well, your aim is incredible. I don't understand. I've watched countless videos of you throwing cakes at people, and I cannot understand how you literally, like 50 feet, 50 plus feet, you're getting people and you're aiming at them and your accuracy is 100%. Has your accuracy gotten better over the years?
Yeah, because I mean, just like anything.
Yeah.
If I start doing, this is horrible. So this is like my second Hero Quest cake I've made. Now, if I do this like 20,000 times, I guarantee you it's gonna be better than the first one.
100%.
So it's just at the end of the day,
Is
it's
it done? Are you
consistency
good?
and. Yeah, I'm ready, man. This is
Okay.
like I'm ready.
We can put some, throw some decorations on it. Okay, so do you throw like shitty cakes or gourmet cakes?
It's a 6-page cake writer. It's a special Steve Aoki cake.
Do you have a cake runner? You have someone who does the whole like?
Yeah,
is this
there's
you?
they get a bakery. They like
nice.
here's a writer. You have to follow this recipe
Yep.
because I'm gonna be throwing it and smashing someone's face. So.
What's your favorite type of cake?
To eat or to throw?
Oh, to eat. Oh, both.
To eat, the best pastries in the world come from Japan. Japanese strawberry shortcakes are the best cakes you can taste.
Have you ever thrown an ice cream cake at someone?
No, it's just not. It just doesn't
rude.
work. It doesn't work.
Do you ever get sick of cake though, like eating it for your birthday?
Do I get sick of cake? I don't
Yeah.
eat much cake, to be
No.
honest with you.
Okay.
It's ironic. but I
Okay,
really-
so you
I
don't.
really don't eat much
But
cake.
I feel like when you're around something so much, you probably.
I'm more of a
consume
cake
it.
dealer. You don't.
You're the cake dealer.
You don't eat what you deal.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I want to know. Do you have any guilty pleasure songs? Something you're listening to that no one knows. What are you listening to these days?
Celine Dion.
In my dreams.
Nice. He's just shouting out all the Canadians this interview. I'm absolutely.
I don't know if it's a
loving
guilty
it.
pleasure because she's like queen. So
No, she's not a guilty pleasure. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, she's like I love her. I don't know, guilty pleasure. Nickelback.
Oh yeah, again another Canadian. Let's keep going.
I love Chad though.
Yeah.
I love Chad. Actually, I love Nickelback.
No,
There's no
everyone in
guilty
this room-
pleasure because if you love it, you shouldn't
You'd
be
be guilty about
you
it.
shouldn't be guilty about it.
I know. I like asking the question because I like to hear the people who say I'm not guilty of it, and I'm like respect because you shouldn't be guilty.
No,
of it.
I'm not guilty of blasting some Nickelback.
Not
you
at
know?
all.
I love Chad.
Okay, so
He's my guy. He's my friend.
given the nature of being a DJ, how do you
Yeah.
decompress after a show? I mean, I feel like all the highs, all the exhaustion, all the energy. I don't even know how you have the energy. What do you do to like relax, wind down? It's
A little
crazy.
meditation, you know, little ice plunge, a little cold.
I
cold
saw on your
plunge.
Instagram you like to do the cold plunges.
Yeah.
It's really good for
If
you.
you have one, we do it right now.
Oh, I would have been.
You should
so
do one of those
down.
things that Kevin Hart does. You know, like sits in the ice bath.
I've
and
done
does
a cold plunge, but that is such a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be stealing his idea. He'd probably get mad at you.
Anyone you want to collab with coming up next? What's next for you these days?
Let's pick some more Canadian artists. Drake would be epic.
A Drake
I love
x Steve Aoki collab would
Yeah.
be fire.
I would love that. Well, this is his city, right? So.
Yes. What's the difference between, you think, becoming a DJ back in the day when you were up and coming and versus now with social media and all that?
I think any time to come up is always going to be difficult because you have the set of rules that are in front of you.
Yeah.
So the rules now are different. People say it was a lot easier back then. I mean, it's just a whole different thing that was happening then. So
Yes.
I think that's always going to be
that's
hard.
right.
And you have to just be inventive, and the most important thing is be yourself. It's not about competing against like your peers, but against your previous work.
Absolutely.
Or your previous show or your previous output.
Yep.
And you just optimize, make
There's
it
always
better.
a different
make it,
standard with every generation.
Yeah, like make your own standard and beat that standard constantly. And that's what actually makes it fun because it's challenging. Because when shit gets easy, it's not fun anymore.
Yep. Steve, thank you so much. These cakes look amazing. But before we go,
You want to get caked?
I want
Right now?
to
You want this cake in your face?
I want to get, yep.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm scared.
Are you ready?
I'm ready,
Are you
but
ready?
I have to say I've been caked by Steve Aoki.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, but don't go hard. Okay. I have contacts in.
I had to really push it in there.
One more thing before we go. We have a fan that we brought.
Yeah.
This is a fan of yours. Come in here, Cynthia.
Hi there.
This is
Hey,
Cynthia.
how you doing? Hey, what's
Hi,
up? How you
Steve
doing?
Aoki.
We got a Muchmusic logo. We got a Steve Aoki logo. Look how beautiful
Okay,
that
that's
cake
a nice. Yeah. But we're gonna take this off.
We're
I
gonna take it off?
gotta take this off because
Okay.
this is not gonna smear on.
This tastes good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much
But
music.
your logos can stay.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we brought a fan, we brought you a nice cake. Do with that what
I
you
love your
will,
music.
and let's make it happen.
You still want
let's
it
go.
fake? Okay, I'm gonna cake you.
Nice. Okay, that wasn't bad. Why does mine look like this and hers looks like that? Are you fucking kidding me? All right. Well, thank you so much, Cynthia. I really appreciate it. The cake still looks perfect. That's a wrap. We're alone now. Can someone come light my birthday cake for me? Happy birthday to me. Happy. I just wanted to light my birthday cake because it's my birthday in a couple days. So I'm gonna blow it out, make a wish that all of this is clean, and I'll see you guys next time. Much love. That'd be a good end.